1958, Miguel Rodriguez. I left Spain when I was 13 years old, and I had never gone to Cordoba and met Miguel Rodriguez, but I heard my father speak all the time, very, very much about his friends, the Rodriguez family. My father was the guitar teacher of Rafael Rodriguez and had a friendship with the family since he was a young man. My father always wanted a guitar of Miguel Rodriguez. I remember him talking about the guitar of the policeman. There was a policeman in Cordoba that owned a Cypress guitar by Miguel Rodriguez, a guitar that eventually I would come to own, and I gifted it to my grandson Bernardo, the guitar of the policeman. My father always wanted to get a guitar by Miguel Rodriguez, but times were very difficult in Spain. He could not afford to order it, and Miguel Rodriguez could not afford to make a guitar as a gift to a friend. Everybody was struggling. So I never even played one while I was in Spain. But we came to the United States in 1957. By 1958, we started making money with a school, teaching, and the very first money that we got, my father bought 3 guitars by Miguel Rodriguez, a Cypress, and 2 spruce and very dark Brazilian rosewood. This one was the very first one that arrived. And when we played this guitar, it was, I cannot let you know, I cannot tell you what it was. It's almost like the sensation that I had when I first got on a jet airplane. After flying propeller airplanes, and I got in a jet, and it felt like I was in a firecracker. When I played this guitar, it had so many things in its tone. The way that the sound opens up and it continues to develop. The initial impact is not the biggest. It's what happened to the tone. The tone grows after you play it. It blossomed, and we all fell madly in love with it. And soon came the guitar this was the guitar, the first one who actually got it was Celine. This became Celine's guitar. My father got the next one, and then mine, which was a Cypress, came. And from that time on, Rodriguez and the Romeros were to be together for years and years to come. Again, when Celine went to the army, my father sent Celine his guitar. My father started playing on my guitar. He did his recording of the music from the courts of Spain. His first solo recording for Mercury Records was done on my Cypress, but the picture on it is on this guitar. So we started sharing, and at the end, I ended up with this one and my Cypress one. And I traded to Celine, I traded for this guitar, a Hermann Hauser 1954. But this was the first Rodriguez that the Romero family owned.
You touched on being able to get Rodriguez's by opening the music store. How old were you, and how many hours were you working, teaching?
At that time, I was 14 years old, and when we came to Los Angeles, we came originally to Santa Barbara. I was 13 when we arrived, and then when I was 14, we moved to Los Angeles, and Celine and I played at the American Guitar Society, that was Vadak Bickford was the president, and we met a lot of the musicians, the studio musicians, and within few weeks, I was teaching no less, ever, less than 40 hours a week, 40 hours of private lessons to 50. That was the range. And of course, I was going to high school, I was doing transcription. That was a period when I was really busy doing transcriptions and arrangements such as the Jota or La Dolores, the dance from the dances by Manuel de Falla, and many, many other things to build the repertoire for the quartet. But I enjoyed and loved every minute. At the same time, I was going to high school.
And at what point did you become too busy for high school? Because you finished,
On my 12th,
you switched to homeschool.
yes. No, I was homeschooled originally in Spain.
Yes.
By Mama. And then I finished, I couldn't go to the high school, so I finished outside, just home, on my own homeschool, because we were touring very, very heavy. It was during my the 12th year of high school.